Hello everybody, and it's time for another recap. Today is Saturday, August 20th, and I don't know what time it is, but this weekend I've spent an enormous amount of time once again combating the veritable jungle that comes out here every July/August when the rains come and the summer is warm and the weeds just take over. I have endeavored to conquer those weeds by multiple ways. Of course, there was the first laying down of tar paper in the hopes that it would bake the ground. That didn't work. And then there was a study published by Clemson University at clemson.edu discussing clear plastic that you lay down, and that supposedly bakes everything, and that's all good and fine, but it needs to be heavy-duty plastic. And I did not have heavy-duty plastic. I had cheap wispy shit, and it disintegrated real quick. It was no match for the weeds. But so now I've finally gone with the right tool for the job, which is tar paper. And happily, not tar paper, weed cloth, and have set about clearing out the madness in the hopes that one, we're going to harvest a lot of biomass for the compost pile, which is a check mark on the box. And I've also cleared some space for next week. We're going to rent us a little bush hog, and so we'll go around the fence and bring it up through here, down there, and proceed to lay waste to the jungle that remains back behind the greenhouse. But all of this is, oh, it's lovely. It's lovely in the hopes that the weeds will never grow, never ever grow again. In this place, and at least maybe we can buy ourselves a few years without having to really combat and tackle the madness. So we got our strawberries growing here, and this is all cleaned, cleared off. Ultimately, what I think I would like to do is see this entirely covered with wood chips, and then we can proceed to lay planting rows. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to plant here, but this will be a primary growing region, as well as the greenhouse. The greenhouse will have its probably first real test of growing capabilities this winter. It did weather and endure last winter, so that was good, but it's a jungle inside, so I got to clean that out. Then we did, oh, Mom came out today and put forth a little bit of a contribution, so we did manage to get a little bit of clearing done on the far end of the compost pile. The compost pile from the previous week had dried out. We haven't gotten any rain here in Oxford all week, so it all dried out and compressed down fairly nicely. But once again, they're full, and there's plenty more biomass to continue filling that compost pile as full as it can possibly be, because we want good soil. So we cleared out this little section here. I haven't laid down any weed top or anything, weed cloth, but I will get to that. And before, of course, I didn't do anything with the solar panels this weekend, which I wish I had. But you know what? This place hopefully isn't going anywhere. I need to put down some stakes, the staples, landscaping staples, for this little section, which was some weeks ago that I laid. I actually need to lay a second layer on a lot of it, and then put down those stakes. I'm going to go over all this stuff just with a broom and clean it up, because it looks really nice when it's clean. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, the crops seem to be doing okay. I'm a little unsettled with the cucumbers, which are growing hardy. I mean, they're doing nice. This guy's got some flowering or budding action going on, which is good. This guy may be ready to bud, but I'm not entirely sure. The one over here on the side of the house is actually doing really, really well. He's got several flowers coming off of him, or her, whichever the case may be. So those would be nice, lovely cucumbers, or zucchinis, because I don't remember what I planted here. And the cabbages are doing real nice. Don't have a lot of them, but this has been a oh, how do I say it? A mess, because I'm scattered. I'm all scattered. The ladies are doing fine over there. I need to rig up a lighting system for these girls so that I can properly veg them. And let's see what else. I guess that's about it. Just I've got my usual fire burning, which is always pleasant. And I'm going to do a little bit more sweeping up, cleaning up before the night is done. I don't think I'm going to do any planting this particular week, which I like to do every week, but I want to move all these and these and those and get them into a place or a position that looks like it's not in the middle of everything and in the way, so I can maybe shoot some nice photography of the cleaned landscape tomorrow before I depart this place and return to old Raleigh, North Carolina, where I am certain to be met face to face with a red light greeting me and welcoming me back to the city. It usually is a red light that's the first thing to meet me, which well, you know, you city folks are no strangers to that, and neither am I. So, that being said, it's been a glorious weekend, just beautiful. I assume next weekend, or at least I think I can assume I hope next weekend is going to be equally as perfect, maybe a little bit on the cooler side, which would be great. No complaints there as we transition into the fall, approaching September. See, we've got another month left of summertime, but we're almost through August, and I think the dog days of summer are over. Anyway, so probably just a little bit more touching up, catching up, stuff like that this weekend. I cleared out an enormous pile of pallets and cleaned up those over there. There's still some to clean up. I got rid of all of the pallets that were lined up along the side of the boardwalk. I broke them down. Some of them I burned. Some of them I packed away for firewood for the winter. And some of them I harvested their boards, their timbers, and stacked on the timber shelf. So thank God for pallets. Hooray for pallets. But it's almost dinner time, and I've got a few other things to touch up on. And but as you can see, we're coming along. And for 2 years, this place has been a disaster. And now it is actually, at last, beginning to come together into something that will resemble a... Ooh, I don't like the word permanent because nothing's permanent, but a permanent fixture of support systems and structures, capitalizing and using nature to create an indefinite, sustainable system of comfort and, of course, available, abundant time for innovation and creation and projects and revolution, of course. This all is revolution, is divesting myself from the existing system and the established order. Exit and build is the way of the walk. Of course, I always wanted to participate in a revolution, but never much in a war. So let's hope we don't have to come to that. But anyway, everything is pretty peachy, and we've got some beautiful flowers blooming in the fields. And so now I'm going to shut up. So please enjoy the peace of nature.